Hi, I'm Izzy, and this is Dizzy Quilts and Sews. Welcome to episode 70 of Friday Sews. As always, a big thank you to Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room who created the hashtag. And don't forget, you can use the hashtag in the search bar here on YouTube to find a bunch of videos every Friday, just like this one. There are so many of us doing Friday Sews videos now that it'll take you a few days to get through them all, but you'll get to meet some amazingly talented and creative sewists all over the world, which is really kind of cool. So a big thank you, Jen. Now, hashtag Friday Sews is a little bit about sewing and a little bit about life. So let's get started with the sewing bits. I finished two things this week. One I can't show you, but the big reveal is going to be on the channel on Tuesday next week. So I finished my project with the Think Pink number 17 box. I loved the fabric. I love the finished garment, but more coming out next week. And then the second thing I finished is my Zadie jumpsuit. So I told you Friday last week that the fabric I wanted to use for my Zadie, I didn't have enough to make the full length, which is, well, slightly cropped full length. Like I didn't want to make a play suit. So I had to change my plan a little bit. I was hoping I'd be able to go fabric shopping in person, but that didn't happen. I spent more time with my grandmother instead, which is probably better, a better choice. So no fabric. What I decided to do is I had planned to make the river dress by Megan Nielsen this month in a red polka dot viscose. Well, instead of making the dress, I decided to make my Zadie out of it because I knew I would have enough. And I did. The only thing I couldn't cut out of the fabric is the bias binding, but we got some bias binding from Andrea at the Pink Door, at the Beyond the Pink Door shop. I can't remember if it was during the advent calendar last year or in one of the Think Pink boxes, but anyways, I had the perfect length of bias binding in a really cute red gingham, and I thought it would just be the perfect amount of pattern clashing, so I went with it, and I do like it. So I made a size 20, which means I sized down one size from where my measurements were putting me. So my measurements were putting me in a size 22 up and down. I decided to do a size 20 up and down. And the fit is really good. The thing fits me beautifully. It's comfortable. I can sit down. It doesn't look super oversized. And I think it's really, really cute. So I do like the jumpsuit, but, and it's a big but. I put it on Monday to work, and I was working from home that day. So I put it on, and within 3 hours, I took it off and changed into a pair of shorts and a top because going to the bathroom was a nightmare. Like, how do people do it? I don't understand. So never mind, I was home, so never mind that I was half naked on the toilet. That's fine. But then the ties fall to the floor. If they don't fall in the toilet, like one or twice, I had to like basically catch the tie so it didn't fall in the toilet. The thing just, if you don't hold on to it on your thighs, it falls to the floor. Yeah. And then because I'd sized down, getting back into it and out of it at the shoulders, like required me doing some wiggling. And my 54-year-old bladder just, yeah, sometimes when you got to go, and there's no time for, spending 10 minutes trying to get out of your jumpsuit. And then 10 minutes trying to put it back on again. It was just, nobody's got time for that. So although I like it and although I think it's cute and I'm happy I made it. I think it's now out of my system. Jumpsuits are just not a good choice for me. So that's pretty much what's been happening in my sewing room. So a jumpsuit finished and a garment which is going to come out next week. In terms of plans for the upcoming week, I am remaking the Take the Chance shirt dress by Pattern Emporium for Marianne. I made it for her in May or June, maybe. May, I think. Anyways, out of that lemon fabric, and it was a tad big on her, so I decided to make it again, and I went down a size. Hopefully that'll be good. So the pattern is ready. The fabric has been washed. I'm going to make a muslin of just the bodice to make sure that we nail it, because the fabric I'm going to use is very nice and not inexpensive fabric. So yeah, better make a muslin. What else have I got in the works for next week? Oh, I'm going to make Marianne another Ogden cami with the remnant from the Think Pink box. What else have I got going on here? I've got a big pile of things. Yeah, I've got a couple of other small things. Like I want to make myself a cami and a vola cami, which I've got, again, printed. All I need to do is cut my fabric. I want to make myself another Selwyn top by Cashmerette, which was a club pattern. I've got my fabric picked out. It's washed. It's just, the pattern's ready. I just need to cut it. So a lot of things ready to go. I just have to find the time to actually get cutting. Now, I also made a decision style-wise or project-wise. And I think, actually, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this more than once. I don't own many dresses. I don't like wearing dresses. I don't care how hot it is. I'd rather wear a pair of shorts or a pair of nice breathable pants rather than a dress. I don't know why. It's just, I don't feel like me in a dress. I just don't. And yet, I always plan on making dresses. I'm always buying dress patterns, and I'm always drawn to beautiful, pretty, twirly dresses. So I had put, like I said before, the river dress on my plans for July, but that has now been scratched off the list. I'm never going to wear it, so I'm not going to waste fabric and precious sewing time making a garment I'm just never going to wear. So I have to come to terms and accept the fact that pretty dresses are just not my thing. They are just not. So yeah. And I'm going to link a video down below by a lady, a YouTube channel I found today. And she talks about how to not get influenced into making things that you're then never going to wear, and that it's okay not to jump on every bandwagon and on every trend, and to stay true to yourself. So that struck a chord with me, and I am going to stay true to myself and not plan dresses. I won't wear them. So yeah. Another project I'm really hoping to get going on is the quilting on that quilt I shared with you last week. I have the backing fabric, I have my batting, and I'm probably going to try to take batting, backing, quilt top to the island house this weekend and see if I can baste it over there. I don't need a machine. I baste by hand with needle and thread. So all I need is 2 long boards, and then I can just baste it on our kitchen table over there. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that it's not going to rain too hard so that we can actually get to the island, because in the forecast is heavy rain and thunderstorms all day Friday, all day Saturday. So today's Thursday. I'm filming this Thursday night. So yeah, rain, rain, rain. Friday, Saturday. The only nice day this weekend is going to be Sunday. So hoping we can make it up there. Mind you, if we don't, then I can spend more time sewing. So, you know. As for life, well, like I mentioned on Friday last week, we had a birthday lunch for my grandmother who celebrated her 96th birthday, and we had an amazing time. She is such a fabulous lady. Uh, yeah, I can't say how wonderful she is. So we had a great few hours. Then, yeah, we went to the island for the weekend. The weather was okay. It wasn't bad. It was okay. It was very hot. And so I spent most of the day on Saturday in the river, just trying to cool down a little bit. And this week has just been really busy with work still. Yeah. I'm counting down the days to my next short vacation. So I decided I didn't want to wait until September to take vacation days. I haven't been off really for any length of time since Christmas, and I need some downtime. So I'm taking a week in August, in early August, to recharge my batteries. We're not going to go anywhere or do anything. I want to stay put. I just want to chill for a week, spend some time in here in my sewing room, sit outside, listen to podcasts, and just relax basically for a week. So yeah, that's life for me these days. I do have a mani-pedi appointment Friday morning, so I'm looking forward to that. A little pampering will be good. The question of the week from Jen this week is an interesting one, and I cannot wait to read your comments on that one. So, what is, according to you, the worst type of garment to sew? Now, I've not made a lot of children's wear because I tried. I made a few pieces for my grandkids when they, like my oldest grandkids, when they were little. And I quickly stopped doing it because small, little fiddly armbands or pad hems or no, very fiddly, just not something I enjoy sewing at all. So for me, kids and baby garments, just, yeah, for me, they are the worst things to sew. I would rather make a trench coat 50 times over rather than make a tiny little dress or a tiny little t-shirt. So I would love to hear your answer to what is the worst garment to sew down in the comments below. All right, well, I think that's going to do it for me this week. I hope you've had a great week. I hope you have a fabulous weekend. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please give the video a like on your way out if you liked it, and consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks again, and I will see you soon.